Hey everyone, my name's Jimmy and welcome back to this channel, and in this video I'd like to talk about why depression seems so difficult to overcome. Why when you're in the grip of it, it seems like nothing's going to work, seems like you're hitting your head against a brick wall. Let's look into that. Let's look at why it seems like depression might be hard to overcome and try and explore the reasons behind it and obviously the things that can make it easier. So the first thing is, I don't think we treat depression in the same way as we do other ailments. Now, we definitely got amazing with it over the last many years. We respect mental health a lot more. We're so much more focused on it now, but there is still that disconnect, I feel. Like, if you break your leg, you're not going to go to work, you're not going to walk around, you're not going to continue your normal life. You're going to engage with the injury. You're going to slowly but surely practice walking on it. You're going to go back into life slowly. You're going to restrict the things you do. You're going to take the necessary rest. And also, if you have an illness, you respect the process it takes to get better. Depression is an illness on the inside. It's like a debilitation in your mind. It's like there's a hole inside of you. But the thing is, because we don't see it directly, it doesn't manifest in front of us. It's all going on in the back of the head on autopilot. We tend to just go through our lives kind of hoping that it will go. With other illnesses and injuries, we have no choice but to address it because it stops us actually walking and going about life. With depression, it's very easy to just have it on the back burner there and just leave it there, or take some tablets for it, which is fine. I really respect anyone who's on antidepressants. I've been on them before. I'm not on them now, and that's my decision, but I respect anyone who's on them. But there isn't a magic pill. Can you imagine if you had a broken leg and someone just went, take this tablet and then you'll be able to carry on with life? It just wouldn't happen. It's impossible. For me, we need to start treating depression as something that needs daily engagement. We need to daily, consistently progress with it. You need to daily engage with it. A lot of people with depression will say, well, I feel okay today, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. And I think that's very dangerous, because you need that daily engagement with the ailment that's inside you. You need to be thinking about it. You need to be working on it. You need to be consistently progressing with it. And if you just feel, I feel a bit bad today, or I feel bad today but I don't feel like doing anything for it, that's why it sticks around. That's why it seems so difficult to overcome. Overcoming depression takes time. It takes dedication. It takes effort. It's not easy at all. And I'm not saying if you're depressed, don't go to work and things like that. What I'm saying is you need to engage with it daily in some sort of way. You need to give yourself some time for your mental health daily. And I'm not saying quit taking antidepressants either. I'm just saying that you need that daily engagement with it. You can't just take a pill and then just go out into the world and hope everything will be okay. That's probably why a lot of people get put off antidepressants, because they notice it not working, because all they're doing is taking a pill, going out to life and hoping things will change. You need to meditate every day. You need to question your thoughts every day. You need to engage with how you're feeling every day. You need to be kind to yourself every day. Please don't just go through life letting depression be there because you feel like it's too hard and you can't be bothered to put the effort in to get rid of it. Because then you'll go through life just constantly grabbing at things that you think will make you better, and it will make it seem so much more difficult because it won't work. If you'd like a book that talks about this ongoing process, I'd recommend this one. I think it's an absolute masterpiece and it has done wonders for me. So just keep in mind that depression, it needs to be something that you genuinely focus on. You don't just hope it will go, or you don't just do something for it and then hope it will go. It's like anything. It's like getting good at a sport, or it's like, again, overcoming a broken leg or an injury. You take the steps, and you don't just not do something for it. You do something for it every single day. Next thing is, don't identify with too many things. Now, a while back, when I was dealing with depression a lot worse than I am now, I would really, really focus on worldviews, viewpoints, opinions, groups, whatever. I'd focus on lots of things passionately, and I'd grow passionate beliefs in these things, and I'd think, this is going to make me feel better because I'm identified with something now. I was lost, but now I'm found in this set of ideas, and now I can go out in the world and convince them of these ideas and convince them that I'm worthwhile because I'm part of this worldview, I guess. Because we have this kind of damaged hole inside of us, we end up latching onto things that we think will fix it. And ultimately you just end up so identified with this group of body of ideas that you'll go out into the world and you'll hate, and you end up hating because you've got inside of you such a hopelessness, such a fear, such a sadness. You'll end up putting that into the ones who don't agree with your worldview or philosophy, and you'll fight for what you believe, I guess. Now, this can work. Obviously, for example, people in politics, their whole career is fighting against things they don't believe in. But, and it can work for some people, I guess. The thing is, we tend to forget that if we're people who are already going through life with severe mental health issues and lots of pressure on ourselves, what we're doing is, if we take on and identify with a whole worldview of ideas, we're actually putting a truckload more pressure onto ourselves. If we jump into the lion's den of opinions, arguments, back and forths, passionate beliefs, we are literally dumping so much more extra baggage onto our already damaged selves. So you're someone who deals with severe mental health issues and depression, which you're not on top of, but now added to that, you're a leftist, you're a conservative, you're a Christian, you're a whatever, like you're this, I am this, this is what I've been losing, I am this. And it comes from a sense of aggression. It comes from a sense of urgency to solve the void inside of you. It's almost as if you're doing a deadlift in the gym and then someone comes up to you next to you and puts 2 more weights on the barbell. It's going to shock you, it's going to confuse you, it's going to depress you, and you'll respond with aggression and it will stress you out. Opinions are fine, passionate beliefs are fine, but if you're someone dealing with so much mental health problems that you haven't addressed, it will cause resentment, it will cause desperation, it will cause unhappiness. You will go through life with a defensive mindset, which a defensive mindset for someone who's a mental health sufferer it'll be a life of misery, because you'll just be, not only will you be dead inside, you won't be able to connect to other people because you'll be obsessed with getting your ideas out also, because you'll feel like that's the only thing that you can identify with. Once you're on top of your mental health, you can possibly jump into the lion's den again. It's fine to have these passionate beliefs, but you'll find that when you do go back in, once you've dealt with your mental health, you'll be less angry. You'll have less aggression to the way you approach your opinions. You can suddenly look at things more objectively and more peacefully, and that will be such a relief, because you'll be pursuing your ideals and the things you believe in from the right place, not to make yourself feel good, but just because you genuinely believe in it, and you can just have dialogue with other human beings. And the final point I want to make about why depression seems so difficult to overcome is that it's very, very hard to escape the victim mindset. We're literally being told you have to deal with this thing, and you have to beat this thing, and you have to put the time into dealing with this thing that you didn't choose, and it's been imposed on you by horrible people in horrible situations. It feels horrible to know that is your situation. So because that's your situation, you'll run away from engaging with it, you'll run away from dealing with it, because you'll just be like, I shouldn't have to, I hate how I have to, I hate what people have done to me. And you'll go into a cocoon, a shell of stress, or you'll do what I did earlier and you'll latch on to something. And it's a really sad existence, it really is. But what I would say in response to that is, although you didn't choose this, although this was imposed onto you, you can now be the person who gives you all that love you never received. You can be the person who gives you the kindness that you never received. You can create a sense of self-love that will be so much deeper than what you could have got from those people you wish were good to you anyway. This is your chance to invest in yourself, to become your own best friend, and literally come out of it the other end way stronger than those people who did put you through what they did. Way stronger, because those people, you may think their lives are so perfect, but they have never had any reason to engage with their thoughts, because everything's great to them, or it seems that way. They've never had any reason, and because you've encountered depression, because you've encountered all this, you have a reason to go deep in yourself, to practice meditation, to practice mindfulness, to practice questioning thoughts, practice questioning feelings, all that stuff. And you will come out the end of it stronger than them, I promise you that. Now, one thing I do want to say is life isn't all rosy for people who don't have depression like you. I absolutely categorically guarantee that everyone is walking around with stored up negative emotions and feelings from the past and resentments. A lot of people have it on complete autopilot, but it will crop up now and again, and it will interfere with their relationships, their job, their lives. They'll feel sad inside, they won't know why. but you're actually engaging with that. They're not. They don't know how to. They've got no reason to, whereas you have. So if you look at it this way, it's kind of a positive thing that you were in this position now, and it will take you out of the victim mentality. You'll feel more positive about having this chance to become something more. It can just be a painful, long process. I know that meditation, mindfulness, questioning thoughts, questioning feelings, being kind to yourself, all this stuff, it's not easy at all. And I'm on the journey of it. You know, you can try meditation and you'll just be like, what's the point in this? It's never going to work. Or it's not working today, so I won't do it anymore. You know, depression is very, very good at doom and gloom, black and white thinking. So it's not working today, I won't do it anymore. Or it's not working for 2 weeks, so I won't do it anymore. But it's like anything. If you keep on doing it, if you keep engaging yourself to meditation, mindfulness, questioning thoughts, you know, is it true? Is it categorically true in reality that I am this failure, this terrible person? Or is it imposed from my thoughts, from my depression? You know, really engage deeply in these questions. Don't just float around with them. You know, lots of people have these beliefs they go through life with, and they just never question them. Well, if they actually sat down and questioned deeply, most of them wouldn't be true, positive or negative. You know, and it's so special to have that chance to do this. You know, look into that stored up resentment from your past, the feelings, and engage with the feelings, and maybe just let them come up. You know, they've been pushed down for so long, maybe just let them come up for half an hour or so alone in your room, see what happens. Might dissolve, might not. You might be able to question it, you might not, it might happen down the line. But the more you're doing this, you know, the consistency, I've kind of learned over the last few years that consistency is everything. In so many areas of life, you get places through repetition. And that's what I recommend you guys do so that overcoming depression doesn't seem so difficult. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know in the comments what you think of my approaches. Again, I've said this in other videos, I'm not a mental health professional, I'm just a regular guy. You don't have to listen to me, and you can tell me otherwise in the comments. You can tell me what you do, which is better, or, you know, if you don't agree with me. And feel free to ask me any questions in the comments also, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll be back with more videos very, very soon.